I'm here at Northeast High School with the real Zeb. So Zeb, tell them what your real name is
I'm Zach.
and what year you are in school.
I'm a senior, finally.
And today, if I understand correctly, it's the last Monday for you at Northeast High School.
Indeed it is.
So Zach, do me a huge favor. Read what you were just sharing with me.
Okay, so this was just a little thought that I had thought of, just thinking kind of what advice I would give to people coming in and how to get kind of maybe a tip to get through high school. I said, eventually when you're doing the same things, you'll get to a point where you can see those things aren't going to help you succeed. And when you get to that point, you'll realize that you're stagnant and you're not moving. And that's when you're going to realize what you're doing isn't going to help you. It's not going to progress you. It's not going to help your future. So when you realize that, that's when it'll click to analyze that problem and analyze what you're doing wrong. And then after that, that's when you got to start trying to find the solutions to fix it.
So for you, Zach, when did that happen for you? And what year were you when that started to happen?
I think probably my junior year is when it hit me the hardest. I think, after freshman and sophomore year and goofing off, junior year came around and they were like, look, now you're going to do night school throughout the whole fall, the whole second semester as well. You're going to have to basically need every single class from here on out till your graduation for you to graduate. And I think that's when I kind of realized, like, wow, I really need to pull it together and do what I got to do to get out of here.
And a couple of weeks ago, you were sharing with some of your classmates your light bulb switch. So I don't know if you remember exactly what you said, but if you could just share a little bit of what that was.
Yeah. So kind of, as a freshman, I failed a couple classes. I was messing up. I was just goofing off, trying to have a bunch of fun. Thought high school was all fun and games. But like I said, when I got those E's on the report card, it still didn't even hit me then. I was like, it won't matter. I got more classes. I'll get the credits. And then they said, well, you got to do night school this year. It's going to cost you, and it's pretty expensive per class. So when I realized that, and my mom kind of came up to me and was like, hey, man, they want, your family wants you to succeed. She wanted to see me do good. And a lot of that, the light bulb, that's when it kind of starts turning on a little bit. It starts flickering, and you're like, all right, hold on, maybe something needs to change here. And then when the more you think about that, it's going to shine bright, and you're like, wow, I really do need to make a 180 and turn things around.
Awesome. And one of the things I've always said to you is because you have such a great personality, people love you, and they respect you. So tell the people a little bit about some of the things that were really upsets for you and how you overcame them.
My biggest upsets. Freshman year, I failed the whole year of algebra. I had algebra the whole year and I failed. There's not one time I passed that. That was pretty rough because, like I said, my whole junior year I spent Tuesday, Wednesdays for first semester, and then Monday, Wednesdays for second semester at Glen Burnie or Meade doing night school. Another low was just when I was a freshman or a sophomore, I wouldn't do any work and I wouldn't include myself or participate in the class. So I found myself being kind of in the back corner, like headphones in, sitting on my phone, or just kind of being really distant and not getting involved in the classroom. And if you're going to be here for 4 years, and you might as well get involved and try to have fun with it. So that was a big one too. And just finally when the counselor started coming up to me, and I have many other people in the building coming up to me saying, Zach, you got to get out of here, man. You realize a lot of people are kind of almost counting on you, because they do have a lot of love for you and they really want to support you and see you do good. So when you have all them people coming up to you telling you that you don't want to let them down, then you just can't. So knowing that that my mom was kind of maybe getting a little disappointed how my grades were going, my family wasn't really happy with how things were going, it doesn't make you feel too good, because you realize that you're not only hurting yourself, but you're kind of letting other people down that care about you.
Right. So speaking of people that care about you, so the segue, where are you heading off to once you graduate in a few weeks?
So this is my last week. Thursday's my last day. I've been talking to a couple people, but I think my main path, I'm thinking about hopefully end up going to a trade school, put myself to work. I've sat in these classrooms a long time now, 13 years, so I think once I can just go out, learn my job, and get right to work, I think that's going to be the best path for me. You know, if you want to go to college, that's great. That's what you should do, and you get a real good job and a good life out of that. But for those of you that don't feel like that's in your path, that's okay too. And don't let people tell you that you got to go to college, because you don't. There's other careers you can do and jobs and lives you can have without going to college and still be very happy and successful in life.
Absolutely. So, as a parting senior, what's your closing words?
My closing words. I think the main thing that I want to tell students is just enjoy it, man. I mean, but enjoy it to a minimum. You know, make sure you're getting your stuff done. Don't fall behind and have to catch up like I did. Like I said, had to do night school. Every class I have now, I have to pass unless I don't want to walk. So get your work done. Do what you got to do in the early years to make your senior year easy. But just cherish the 4 years you got, man, because they're gonna go by real quick. And have as much fun as you can.